my friends. Chestnut Mountain Tin Man here. We are recording in a slightly different fashion today, in that we have already had our first ride. And I thought I was recording on the way. I went over to my mother's subdivision to her pool and met my son and granddaughter. And my wife had our oldest granddaughter, and swam with them for about an hour. And then got out and went to the gym. But when I got there and went to shut off the camera, the GoPro was not recording. So all the talking I did was just to me, nobody else. That's always fun when you find that out. It's like, gee, why is the red light not flashing? But no, it happens. Anyways, I decided to wait and record on the way home, and therefore not having an 18-minute vlog, but maybe an 7 to 10 minute vlog, a little shorter for a change, and just talk to you on the way home. It's warmed up a little bit. It was nice at about 11:30 going over there. It was cloud covered. It was only 82 degrees. Really nice out. The sun broke loose and heated things up a little bit, as it always does, and raised it about 8 degrees. It's 89 degrees now, almost 90. So I think the humidity's up. Not that bad, because it's not terribly hot for 90 degrees, so our humidity's not there yet. As I ranted the first of the week when it was so cool and it got hot, that the helicopter flying up there, that it would be so nice to do away with humidity. Man, would be sweet. I remember growing up out west in Arizona, we'd have 105 in the shade, 110, but the humidity would be like 15-20%. So it was nothing like 95 here with 60% humidity. Randy, our president of the Blue Knights, him and two buddies had ridden out to Arizona. Well, they drove out to Arizona, trailered the bikes so they could get there faster. And spent 2 weeks out there, and one day he had commented it was 114 degrees. Yeah, I was like, yeah, but what's the humidity doing? It's hot, but it's not draining hot. I mean, you don't walk out and just become drenched in sweat like you do here from just standing when it's so high in humidity. It zaps it out of you. I mean, it doesn't take much and you feel drained. But such is life of the South. I'd heard that, like where I grew up in Yuma, Arizona, that because of irrigation becoming much more prevalent out there, that they had raised their humidity levels. So, man, if you're talking 104 in the shade with 50% humidity, now you're talking Georgia. Now you're talking miserable. But such is the Southeast. It's my home and I love it. Proud of my old number 2 police department. I started policing in Brunswick, South Georgia. And then I went out to my hometown of Norman, Oklahoma for 3 years. 3.5 years, something like that. And when I turned 21, and they got a jam up police department there. They recently did one of those videos to music that so many departments are reaching out with now. It was pretty good. It's interesting to see their new uniforms and patches and all. They're in navy blue. When I was there, we wore brown, like the Oklahoma Highway Patrol still does. My last like 14 months there. I was in narcotics. I didn't even hardly, well, the only time I ever went to the new police department they built was at night to turn in evidence in the drug locker. I had to do it at night so people wouldn't see you going in the police department. And then when I resigned and moved back out here, the narcotics intelligence narcotics unit, they had their own separate office in a undisclosed location away from the police department. Yeah, I was the first officer they said to make intelligence narcotics within the first 18 months of employment. I thought that was pretty cool. Grew my hair out on my shoulders and had a full beard. Of course, back then our hair requirements for the police department was half over the ears, so you already had a jump start compared to being short now. Don't know if that was Michael or not, but anyways, pretty cool, pretty cool. Where my sister-in-law had posted one of those videos from Norfolk Police Department. Theirs was pretty cool. Been a couple departments around here do it. I hadn't seen one from Gwinnett though. Well, we are home, so this will be a short video, and tomorrow we'll be headed down to Stone Mountain for the start of our convention.